right.
We are back with another exciting episode of Who's at Pizza Expo, right? And we're in the marquee booth. This guy right here, perfect crust pizza legend, Joe Leroux.
Oh, and you got a lot of adornment here. That's a lot of flair.
Yep.
I kind of love to ask some of you guys that I think have done this a long time. How many expos have you been to?
I've been coming steadily since 2008.
Yeah. What are you seeing different today?
Today, this is definitely a COVID show. Like, the aisles are wider because there's more space between booths, but it feels more airy. And, there's not padded carpet in between. You're walking on concrete.
Right.
It's called expense.
Yeah.
Like they know how to cost out things and everything else. It's just like what you have to do in business.
Yeah.
You can't drive a Cadillac when you can only make enough for an old Chevette.
Right.
Or a Chevy Vega that's 20 years old.
Yeah.
So speaking of something old, one of the things I'd like to talk to is, what an exciting time it is to get into this industry.
Right.
Because, what you got to do? You got to do your homework.
Yeah.
And doing your homework now is so much easier than it was 30, 35 years ago.
Right.
30, 35 years ago, you had to go be a pizza driver to learn about a pizzeria.
Right.
Where can you get a manual for your dough mixer? Right now online, you can go online and get the manual for your dough mixer, and you can see the size of the sprockets that are in the gearbox. You can see that the main shaft is only 1.5 inches instead of 2 inches.
Yep.
Those kind of things just were not available 30 years ago. And
how did you navigate those waters then? Like what did you do? How did you learn?
Hard knocks, burning your fingers. Like really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Have $100,000 in the bank, burn through that, borrow another $100,000 from mom, burn through that, and say, oh shit, I better make this work.
Oh shit.
Because you had no choice. You can't go bankrupt on mom's money.
Right.
Because
That's why I don't have a bar anymore, because nobody else is willing to loan me money.
Were you at Mike Bausch's keynote this morning?
No, I was actually here talking to the TV reporters.
Gotcha. Well, he talked about
this morning. I went for a power nap after.
Oh, did you?
I'm old.
I need a power nap at this point. But he talked about like community and how if you're here and you're not meeting other pizza operators and being able to pick up the phone and rely on like, hey, I got a question, help you. The pizza industry and community is interesting to me that everyone wants to help everybody. And if you don't you could walk away with 1,000 recipes and 1,000 tech ideas like Marquee, but probably more beneficial is to walk away with 5 phone numbers of 5 guys or 5 women that you call and say, hey, I got a question. Do you know the answer to this?
Yeah,
that's what's huge about this.
That's one of the things that John Arena and a whole bunch of people, Big Dave Ostrander, bless his soul, he's passed on. A lot of these guys, Tom Lehman would sit there and talk to you for hours about your dough problem. Even after hours, if you were buying the margaritas. And I've been through those seminars, and those are the best seminars because there's no hold bars.
Right. There's a lot of plant-based stuff here. Is there a market for that for you at your store?
Listen, I don't know at my store, but guess what? All the big guys are pushing it.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember the low-carb crust? Well, yeah, that worked for about 6 months. Do you remember whole wheat dough? Well, yeah. You got whole wheat dough? You got whole wheat dough? Yeah. Well, just give me a regular pepperoni.
Right. I still want a regular pepperoni.
Because it's healthy, because you sell whole wheat.
I kind of like whole wheat dough.
Yeah.
Depends how whole wheat it was.
Amen. I'm saying I like the taste of it.
So COVID is kind of up and down. How did you adapt at your restaurant? How did you change?
I was a Delco from day one.
So you loved it. You're like, keep it on, COVID.
Yep. Well,
not really, but kind of.
COVID really kicked in. So 2018, September 16th, I decided, to hell with this, I'm not working 6 days, 7 days a week anymore, and I went down to 4 days a week being open, went down to 34 hours a week, and within 2 weeks, my sales were back the same as they were.
Really? Wow.
But then, all of a sudden, COVID hit, and they went even higher.
Wow.
And they're staying even higher, even though the restaurants open up, because just more people found us that much better. And they like the fact that I'm a pizza Nazi. So on Sunday, it's no pizza for you. Monday, no pizza for you.
No pizza.
Tuesday,
limited
no
time,
pizza
it's
for
special,
you. But
right?
on Wednesday, well, if you're
Pizza
good,
for you.
I'll let you have pizza.
Do you find that, so you made a bunch of operational changes. Did you also have to make like changes to the marketing and the messaging and how you get all that out there?
We've had an issue, a very bad, tough problem. It's called you can't get staff. We've had this since 2008 because in Canada, we didn't have the downturn that you guys had in the States. I've been begging, looking, refining, building my business and changing my business so that I can take anybody off the street and make them productive within 15 minutes if they can wash their hands and read black and white. This is along the lines that you've got to think. You've got to streamline your business and look at it so that it's dummy proof. Like we've all been through,
So
we've
I
all
could
made
do
the
it.
mistakes. Anybody can do it.
Me?
Well, if you call yourself a dummy,
Maybe.
you're not quite the dummy that you think you are.
Borderline, but maybe.
I can point and critique.
Yes. So you have to do that, especially at a $15 minimum wage.
Right.
Like you've got snot kids that have never had their job, that are 15 years old, they're coming in, and you teach them how to wash dishes, and you teach them how to wipe a counter, you teach them to rinse a cloth out after you use it.
Yeah.
You don't just take it, throw it in the dirty laundry.
Right.
You don't just take it, let it dry with all the dirt on it.
Yep.
You got to rinse it out. You got to teach them all those things. And so, but slowly, surely, they become productive.
Right.
So you have to make your pizza line so that when the rush comes, they can jump in and do something.
Just be ready.
Whether it's 5 minutes every hour.
Right.
And then the 55 minutes that's left of the hour, they're washing dishes or doing something.
Right.
Like there's time for leaning, there's time for cleaning.
Love it.
I learned
Wait,
that when I
that
did
never
McDonald's.
goes out of style,
No.
right?
Never. Those are words from my friend, who actually shows up every once in a while when the hair on my arm stands like this. That's because Big Dave is around.
Oh, I was looking at like who?
No, look
Who's
at
here?
this. As soon as I said his name, the
Yeah,
hair
you
on my
just-
head just stood up too.
That's awesome.
So this is
Well-
something that's
Yeah, that was a
pretty
core
cool.
principle when one of my first jobs was McDonald's, and like burned into your head. You got time to lean, you got time to clean.
We don't want to take a bunch of your time. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being a Perfect Crust customer.
Joe, great to meet
Appreciate
you
you
in
very
person.
much.
Yeah.
Good luck to you. You're going to be around tomorrow too?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I'm here till Sunday.
Oh, great.
Oh my, what are you doing
if
after?
I escaped after this, I don't know.
You don't have to pay us anything.
No, I'm not paying anything. Oh, you know what it is? I have my American wallet with me.
You have to wait. Hold on. You have two wallets.
Your American wallet.
Yeah, because see, it's got American shit in it.
He's rolling with some hundos over here.
Okay.
What's
There's
it? What's
American
in the
money.
non-American wallet?
Euros and Canadian dollars. And the number of boxes that I went through last year, so I can actually.
Oh.
But see, what I'm going to be doing with that is I'm going to place an order because I've got storage.
Yeah.
And you tell me that you've got somebody that's 5 miles away from me, I'll bring them a case.
I like
Okay.
that. I like that.
I'm also. Did you see the computers? I mean, the pizza maker over there, the robot pizza maker. You got to go over and look at it. It's
Okay.
over by the stage over there.
Yeah.
I made myself known that I'm going to be their Canadian rep.
Love it.
I went over and told them, says, look,
Love it.
you guys aren't in Canada yet, but I want to be your Canadian rep. I am your Canadian rep.
I am. You just speak it into existence.
To the rest of the industry, there's your Canadian
There's
conduit.
your
right?
Canadian
Call
rep.
Joe.
Well,
right there.
it's for picnic. And what it is, it's a subscription-based robotics. You buy the ingredients from their suppliers. The suppliers certify the ingredients. You're going to work with this robot.
Yep.
You put the pizza dough hand-stretched in here. Comes out. It's got all the toppings on you want. You critique it. Put it in the oven.
Awesome.
Okay. It shows up for work 7 days a week,
Every day.
24 hours a week.
Every day.
And costs
He's your rep. Canadian rep.
$3,500 a month.
That's awesome.
Okay, in Canada, $3,500 a month gets you somebody that shows up once every 2 days.
It's like half the time they show up for $3,500 a month. So, Joe, you were the man.
Thank you.
Legend.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. It's
Thank
great
you
to
so
meet you.
much.
All right.